How can you build the right dashboards and or reports that help leaders make the best decisions? One of the principles I like to follow is to put myself in their shoes and to start to think about how they think about their business, their organization, or their team. Once I can understand that, then I can build out reports that are relevant to the way that they make decisions. In this specific report, I'm going to show you what I did with a 100,000 row data set that had many different fields. I got this data from healthcare.gov, and it just shows qualified health plans across the United States for a select number of states. One of the things that I like to do when I get a new data set that I'm not familiar with is start to identify fields that are the most important to what I'm trying to explain and how specific users may use that data. And so, because this is the first page of a multi-page dashboard, I like to begin with an overview, a way that a leader can take a look at a specific piece of data and start to ask more questions. And once you start to identify that theme, then you can begin to ask sub-questions based on that specific theme. And so in this one page, I'm driving home one specific point. I'm driving home the point that there are disparities when it comes to healthcare premiums across the United States, that every single state has a different price when it comes to the average plan that they pay for on a given monthly basis. Monthly premium is the amount that you pay monthly for a specific healthcare plan. And so as you can see, West Virginia here has the most expensive plan on average, where you're paying on average $780 for a specific plan. While in contrast, in New Hampshire, even though both are more on the East Coast, New Hampshire pays less than half. So in New Hampshire, you're paying $329 on average for a specific healthcare plan. And so even understanding that there are disparities with healthcare plans can help you ask more questions. It can help you ask, okay, is this just a geography thing? Is this just because in some cities there are more healthcare plans than others? Is it because some are more rural? Like West Virginia is obviously more rural than other places, let's say New Hampshire, that may have a higher population density. Is it because of different legislation or different laws that take place in these different states? What is the reason why there are disparities? And so this one specific page can help a leader ask more questions about why this is the case. Likewise, I can start to ask if there are specific trends when it comes to geographic regions. So I can identify like the southern region of the United States, and I can isolate those. And then I can take a look at a bar chart, and I can take a look at the data in a bar chart and say, okay, well, I know Louisiana has the most expensive plans, and I know Georgia has the cheapest, but why is this the case? And I would venture to say that there's probably a reason why, where Georgia and especially Atlanta has many different healthcare systems, whereas Louisiana doesn't. And likewise, maybe Louisiana is more rural and the population isn't as healthy as it is in, let's say, Georgia or any other states. Likewise, you have Texas and Oklahoma and Florida that are right here in the middle of these southern states that are just about average. So you know that if I live in, let's say I live in Dallas, Texas, or I live in Tampa, Florida, I'm probably going to be paying around $500 per month for a given plan. Whereas if I live somewhere like, let's say, Alabama or Louisiana, I know that I may be paying a little bit more for a healthcare plan. All this to say is that there are many ways that you can look at different data sets, but you have to begin with one point. And I like to begin with the most broad point as possible and then start to identify specific themes within that context or within that specific data set. If you have any questions about how we look at data, you can feel free to reach out to us on LinkedIn or on Twitter if you have any questions. Thanks, and I will talk to you later.